Okay, imagine finding yourself in a situation where, that deep human desire, maybe the deepest one wanting a family, seems completely blocked.
Right.
And the options on the table are, well, let's just say they're not exactly conventional.
Far from it.
So today we're doing a deep dive into a really ancient text. We're looking at excerpts from Genesis 16 specifically, focusing on that incredibly dramatic, very human story of Hagar and Ishmael.
It's a powerful one.
Our mission, really, is to unpack this specific narrative, not just list the events, but to dig into the surprising ways power shifts, how emotions change on a dime.
Yeah, and the implications, they're huge.
Exactly. The implications within this story that, it's ancient, but it deals with things we all grapple with. Desperation, complicated relationships, identity.
Absolutely universal themes. And the layers you mentioned, it's got everything. A desperate wife.
A husband who just kind of goes along with it.
A slave completely caught in the middle.
And then, boom,
Yeah.
divine intervention. A prophecy that changes everything for a whole lineage.
It's quite the setup. And it shows how one decision, maybe made out of desperation, just sets this incredible chain of events into motion.
Things change so fast. So, okay, let's peel back those layers. Where does this whole dilemma really start in the text?
Well, it begins squarely with Sarai, Abram's wife.
Right.
The text states it very plainly. She had borne him no children.
And we need to understand that wasn't just like a personal disappointment back then.
Oh, absolutely not. It was a massive deal, a source of real distress, maybe even shame.
Wow.
In that culture, a woman's standing, her security, it was often tied directly to having children, especially sons. So being childless was a profound burden, socially and personally.
So the future of the family line, Abram's whole promised lineage, felt like it was hanging in the balance.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Which puts Sarai's next move into context.
Okay, so feeling all this pressure, Sarai comes up with her plan. She goes to Abram and says, essentially, look, the Lord hasn't given me children. Go sleep with my slave, Hagar. Maybe I can build a family through her.
It's a stark proposal.
And Abram agrees. Just like that. What does the text tell us about the timing here?
Well, it wasn't a snap decision exactly. The text adds a crucial detail. This happens after Abram had already been living in Canaan for 10 years.
Okay, so 10 years of waiting.
10 years of this unfulfilled promise, this deep longing for an heir. It really highlights the level of desperation driving Sarai.
It makes you think about what people will do, what compromises they'll make when faced with that kind of pressure, especially societal pressure.
Exactly. It feels very transactional, doesn't it? A relationship formed under duress. So Sarai acts. She takes Hagar, her Egyptian slave, and gives her to Abram as his wife.
As his wife, that's significant.
It is. And Abram sleeps with Hagar. And just as Sarai intended, Hagar conceives.
So problem solved, right? Hagar's pregnant. Mission accomplished.
You'd think so. But, this is where the human drama really kicks in. The story takes a sharp turn.
What happens? How does Hagar react to being pregnant?
The text says, once she knew she was pregnant, she began to despise her mistress.
Wow. Despise her. That's strong.
It's a complete flip, isn't it? Or at least Hagar sees it that way. Suddenly, she's not just a slave anymore, she's carrying the heir.
Yeah, the perceived power dynamic just shifts entirely.
And it immediately surfaces all this underlying tension that must have been there. Relationships get tested fast when power shifts.
So how does Sarai react to being despised by her own slave?
Oh, she reacts quickly and fiercely. She goes straight to Abram.
And blames him.
Directly. She says, you are responsible for the wrong I am suffering.
Whoa.
I put my slave in your arms, and now that she knows she's pregnant, she despises me. May the Lord judge between you and me.
So she pulls Abram right back into it, even calls for God to judge them. That's intense.
Very. And Abram's response, it's quite telling, too.
What does he do? Does he defend Hagar?
Defend himself. Not really. He basically throws his hands up. He tells Sarai, your slave is in your hands. Do with her whatever you think best.
He just steps aside. Is that weakness? Or is he just, like, upholding the rules of the house back then?
That's a great question. It's probably a bit of both, isn't it? From our view, it looks passive.
Yeah.
But it also reflects the stark reality of that patriarchal system. The primary wife, Sarai, did have legal authority over her own slaves. Abram is, in a way, just confirming that established structure.
Okay. So Sarai gets the green light from Abram. What does she do?
She uses that authority. The text says Sarai mistreated Hagar. It doesn't give specifics, but it was bad enough.
That Hagar ran away.
Exactly. Hagar flees from her mistress, a pregnant woman running away into the wilderness.
Can you even imagine the fear, the isolation,
Yes.
fleeing into the desert? pregnant and alone. It feels like rock bottom.
Utter abandonment. But right there, in that moment of absolute desperation, something incredible happens.
An intervention.
A direct intervention.
Yeah.
The text says the angel of the Lord finds Hagar. And not just anywhere, but near a specific spring in the desert on the road to shore.
So a very specific place. And what does the angel say?
Asks two very direct questions. Hagar, slave of Sarai, where you come from and where are you going?
Right to the point. Identifying her by her relationship to Sarai, too.
Yes, and Hagar's answer is just raw honesty. I'm running away from my mistress, Sarai.
Makes sense. But then the angel's response is kind of surprising, isn't it?
Completely unexpected. The angel tells her, go back to your mistress and submit to her.
Go back. Submit. After fleeing mistreatment. That's jarring.
It is jarring to us, definitely. It challenges our ideas about rescue, but it seems to suggest that sometimes the divine path isn't immediate escape, but maybe navigating through the hardship, a more complex journey.
Wow. Okay. So go back and submit. But that's not all the angel says, right? There's more.
Oh, yes. Immediately after that difficult command comes this absolutely stunning promise.
What is it?
The angel says, I will increase your descendants so much that they will be too numerous to count.
To Hagar. A fleeing, mistreated slave. A promise of countless descendants.
To her directly, in the middle of the desert. An incredible promise of legacy and future.
That's amazing. And then there's the prophecy about the son she's carrying.
Very specific. The angel says she'll have a son and tells her what to name him. Ishmael.
Ishmael. Why that name?
Because the angel says, the Lord has heard of your misery. Ishmael means God hears.
God hears. So, direct divine acknowledgement of her suffering right there in the name.
Explicitly, her pain is seen, heard, and named. But then the prophecy takes another turn, describing the son's nature.
Yeah, this is the part that's always struck me as really challenging. What does the angel say about Ishmael himself?
Says, he will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility toward all his brothers.
A wild donkey of a man. That sounds pretty negative. Hostile, contentious.
It sounds harsh to our ears, for sure, but we need to think about the symbolism. A wild donkey in that ancient context often represented something else too.
Like what?
Independence, untamable spirit. Freedom, someone who fiercely guards their autonomy out in the wild, away from settlements.
Ah, okay. So maybe not just negative.
It's complex. It suggests a lineage marked by fierce independence, maybe even resilience, but yes, also by conflict and strife, living apart, often in contention. It's a really mixed prophecy, a destiny of both strength and struggle.
So Hagar hears all this. Go back. Submit. Your descendants will be countless. Your son will be named Ishmael. God hears you, and he'll be this wild donkey figure. How does she respond to that encounter?
Her response is profound. She gives a name to the Lord who spoke to her.
She names God.
In a sense, yes. She calls him El Roy, which means, you are the God who sees me.
The God who sees me.
And she adds, I have now seen the one who sees me. It's this moment of incredible mutual recognition. In her lowest point, feeling unseen, she is seen by God, and she acknowledges that sight.
That's incredibly powerful, to feel truly seen, especially when you feel completely alone and abandoned.
It's maybe the core of her experience here, validation, recognition. And this encounter leaves a mark, literally. The well where this happened gets named.
What's it called?
Bir Lahai Roy.
Which means?
Well of the living one who sees me. It becomes a landmark, a testament to that encounter, located between Kadesh and Bird.
A physical reminder.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what happens then? Does she go back?
The text implies she does because the narrative moves forward. Hagar bears Abram a son.
Just as the angel promised?
Just as promised. And Abram names him Ishmael.
Following the angel's instruction, acknowledging God hears.
Yes. And the text gives us one final detail. Abram was 86 years old when Ishmael was born.
86. Wow. So after that whole journey, the desperation, the plan, the conflict, the flight, the divine encounter in the desert, the promised child, Ishmael, is born.
That's right. It's quite a narrative arc.
So we've kind of walked through this ancient story. We saw the initial longing for family twist into mistreatment, flight.
Then this unexpected divine encounter, a powerful promise mixed with a challenging prophecy.
Yeah, the fates, the power dynamics, the identities, they all shift so dramatically for everyone involved, but especially for Hagar.
Definitely. What really stands out is how an individual suffering, Hagar's suffering, isn't just ignored, it's heard, it's seen, it's even named by God.
And this promise of countless descendants given to her, someone in such a vulnerable position, it's extraordinary.
It really highlights the complexity, doesn't it? You get this immense promise alongside this prophecy of, well, a difficult nature and future conflict. It shows how these ancient stories weave together resilience, divine attention, human struggle, and destiny in really intricate ways.
So as you listening reflect on this, maybe think about what it really means for a child, for Ishmael, to be born with such a specific, maybe difficult-sounding destiny already laid out.
Yeah, and how does that stark description, wild donkey of a man, sit alongside Hagar's profound revelation, you are the God who sees me?
What does that contrast tell us about how this ancient narrative understands, well, the interplay between human lives, divine interaction, and maybe even free will versus predetermined paths? Lots to think about there.